Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to each and everyone in this class of your revision through PYQs in civil engineering subject, and today's subject is your reinforced cement concrete. So in this subject, in our reinforced cement concrete, we are going to see what are the PYQs, means previous year questions, which are very useful and that will also repeat in your exam. It is most probability that these questions will be repeated in the upcoming exams. So those questions we are going to solve. Mainly we are concentrating for GATE 2025 aspirants, but if any student is aspiring the next year GATEs also, then he can also see that what are the previous year questions which are most probably are going to repeat. So let's start the session. I hope each and everyone has joined. This session. So let's start. As I have told you, this is the revision through PYQ session of civil engineering background students, and today's subject is reinforced cement concrete. Each and every one of you, I think you know about myself. My name is 𝐂𝐨𝐿 GATE, and I'm teaching in this platform more than 12 years. I have cracked a lot of exams, 4 times GATE I have cracked. I have got very good ranks in GATE, like 200 rank I have got in GATE. In various PSU I have been selected. I have got rank 1 also in some of the PSUs like Nuclear Power Corporation of India. So these things I have done. So this is my brief introduction. Each and everyone, I think you know guys, because you are preparing for last 1 year. So first of all, we are going to see the varieties of question in this session. Actually, what our concern about this overall revision through PYQ series, that we want that all of you should have the idea of variation of questions in the GATE exam, because in previous year we have seen that the GATE has changed its diversity, GATE had changed its variation, how they are going to ask the question. So every year a new IIT comes for conducting the GATE, and the type of question or the method of asking the questions is being changed. So in various last 10 to 15 years, what is the change and what are the various types of questions that are being incorporated in GATE? We are going to discuss those questions, and mainly as our subject is reinforced cement concrete, so mainly we are going to focus about reinforced cement concrete. So focusing on the subject, what are the various types of questions you are going to being asked in the upcoming exam, that we are going to discuss. Okay, so first of all, I'm again saying the answer of any question doesn't matter, because these are all PYQs. So don't concentrate on the part like A part is correct or B part is correct or C part is correct or D part is correct. Don't concentrate on that, because I will start the poll for that. I will start the poll for the answer. And also all of you guys, when only 1 year is left, I think most of you guys have solved the PYQs. If you have not solved the PYQs, then you can give the answer definitely, but most of you have solved the PYQs. So what we are going to grab in this session, we are going to see that in these PYQs, what thing is there which is going to be repeated, what we are going to expect, that which is the thing that is being repeated in the upcoming GATE 2025 exam. Okay, so please concentrate on that thing. In any question, if I am explaining something, that thing we are expecting that this may be repeated in the GATE 2025. So I'm again saying, don't concentrate on the answer, because these are all PYQs. You know the answer of each and every question. So I will not be concentrating about the parts, which part A part, B part, C part, D part, which part is correct. I'm not concentrating on that. I'm again saying I'm concentrating on the things which are going to be repeated. Okay, so in this type of question, what happens from the last I think 10 years, last 10 to 12 years, we are observing that GATE is asking statement based questions. Like it will give you 2 statements, it will sometimes give you 3 statements, and it will ask which of the type of, or which of these options or these statements are correct. 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, none of the above. Like this they are asking 1, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2 and 3. So these type of questions were not previously asked in GATE exam. They were not asking the exams the questions in a statement type in the before 2015. Up to 2010 or 2012, they are asking a numerical question, and when they are asking the numerical question, you have to solve the question, you have to give the answer. But from the year 2013, I will, if specifically I will say, from the year 2013, when the GATE exam has become online, then they have also started asking these statement based questions, because up to 2012 the GATE exam was offline. In 2013 they have shifted to online regime, and from 2030 the GATE is continuously being conducted online. So what is changed from that year? The thing is changed that they have shifted from numerical approach to theoretical approach. Because previously, any aspirant of GATE exam studies only the theoretical part. Sorry, only the numerical part. They only solve the numericals, they give the GATE exam, and they clear the GATE exam with very good ranks. With flying colors, they crack the GATE exam, like 30 rank, 35 rank. In my college also, a lot of my seniors have got rank 30, rank 35, rank 20 with the semesters. But when the GATE has started asking also these type of theoretical questions, then the rank drastically reduced. Then the aspirants of 4th year, 3rd year were not able to get single digit, double digit rank. Mostly the 3rd year and 4th year aspirants were getting the rank of 1000, 1200, 1500. So what happens? Only by solving the numericals, now you cannot get good rank in the GATE exam. This is the first learning from last 10 to 12 years. Before that, only numericals were enough. Because if you will ask from those very old mentors or very old guidelines giving a type of tutors, then they will mainly focus on numericals, because they are teaching from last 20-25 years, from 1999, from 2000, from 2001 they are teaching, and they will tell you that GATE is more or less numerical in nature, because in their time GATE were numerical in nature. So they will tell you that mostly concentrated on numericals, there are not a lot of theory. But no, last 10 to 12 years, the aspect of the GATE, the approach of the GATE has entirely changed. They are now equally focusing on theoretical part also. They are now equally focusing on the numerical part also. So here you will understand that statement based question always require a very deep knowledge of the subject. So that is why from last 4 to 5 years, I'm continuously screaming. I'm not saying, I'm screaming continuously that you need to have in-depth knowledge for cracking the GATE. You need to have wide knowledge for cracking the ESE exam, but you need to have in-depth knowledge to crack the GATE exam nowadays. So what was the question? Let us understand. This question is a mixed question of RCC and building materials as well. It is a mixture of that. Actually, it is more or less of building material question. But actually, in terms of RCC, it is given. In terms of concrete, it is given. That is why I am taking this in reinforced cement concrete. So it is asking, first of all, let us consider that what it is asking and what we are going to expect in the upcoming exams, like these type of questions. So consider the following statement for the air entrained concrete. So main thing is that they have asked about now how to analyze the question. I'm always, whenever I'm teaching you, I'm always saying na, analyze the question. Only solving the PYQs is not enough to crack the GATE exam. Continuously I'm saying, if you have completely solved all the PYQs, you will not clear the GATE. When you have solved the question and you have done the operation of each question, analyze every question, then you will be able to crack the GATE. So how to operate this question, how to do operation in this question, how to analyze this question, let us see. They have asked about air entrained concrete. Now, what is the possibility of repeating of this? They may ask about air entrained concrete, the different aspects of air entrained concrete. They have asked air entrained concrete, so they may also ask your rapid hardening concrete, means a concrete where rapid hardening is asked. They may ask you the concrete which is low heat, where low heat cement is used. They may ask you the pozzolanic material, pozzolanic cemented concrete. So they may ask you any of the variety of the concrete. They may ask you FRC, fiber reinforced concrete. Fiber reinforced concrete they may ask you. They may ask you RMC, ready mix concrete. Are you getting my point? So this is called the analysis of the question. Only you have solved this question, you have given the answer? No. Your probability of clearing the GATE is almost zero, or 0.1%, 0.2%, nearly zero. If you're only solving this question, you have to search in your notes, in your building material notes, that have you covered rapid hardening cement? Have you covered low heat cement? Have you covered pozzolanic cement? Have you covered Portland slag cement? Have you covered fiber reinforced concrete? Have you covered ready mix concrete? Because in building materials, you have a chapter of cement, you also have a chapter of concrete. So if you have covered this thing, recently in some exam, they have asked the tensile strength of fiber reinforced concrete. They have asked the formula of tensile strength of fiber reinforced concrete. I think you are getting my point, what I'm saying. So the types of concrete is important to understand. You have solved this question, you know the air intent concrete, that is not sufficient. You must understand that what is the type of concrete. So if I will say that what are the types of concrete, you have to analyze. You have to study all the types of concrete, then you will say that I have solved this question and I'm ready for the repetition of this question. So repetition of any question doesn't mean that the same question will be repeated. Repetition of the question means the same concept will be repeated. Means they may ask any type of concrete now because they have asked previously. Okay, so now let us talk about the air intent concrete. Air intent concrete has air entrained in it, but air bubbles will be activated or air bubbles will be formed only when you will add water to it, like boric acid. There are some chemicals, if you will add them in concrete, add them in cement, sorry. So whenever you are adding the water, so cement is acting with the water, this is called hydration. There will be some heat of hydration. And these chemicals also react with water, they will form bubbles. So what happens when you are mixing the cement in the concrete, the bubbles will be formed. And whenever there is a fluid incorporated in concrete, whether you are incorporating water or you are incorporating air, whether any fluid is incorporated, the workability will increase. So you will require lesser water. Less water is needed for some workability. The same thing I think is written in a first statement, that air entrainment reduces the water demand for a given level of workability. This is absolutely correct. Whenever you are entraining any fluid, whether it is air, whether it is water, whether anything, like you have seen that when a pipe is choked, air is pumped with pressure, because fluid is a very good you will say fluid is a very good element to move anything, to slide anything, to push anything. So for the movement, the fluid is very important. So if you are entraining the air, then you will require less water for a workability. This is absolutely correct. Okay, so air also acts as a workable material. Air also makes the concrete workable. That is why we generally say, if you have 40 mm aggregate, if you have 20 mm aggregate, if we have 10 mm or 12 mm aggregate, what we say? This is MSA, maximum size of aggregate. What we say? That the entrained air is how much? We have to incorporate some entrained air. If you are not incorporating this entrained air, so what will happen? If you will not incorporate this entrained air, what will happen? Your concrete will not have good workability. So there is also some requirement of entrained air. How much entrained air is required? Quickly tell me. So giving the answer of this question is not required in this series. In this series, what is required? What is the additional thing? Do you know that thing or not? If you know that thing, then this question will be repeated with this thing. Now in the next year, in the upcoming year, they will ask this thing. They have asked the air intent concrete, they will ask what is the air entrainment for this much amount of aggregate. So tell me, what is the amount of air entrainment for 40 mm? Quickly tell me. For 40 mm, what is the amount of entrainment? What is the amount of entrainment for 20 mm? What is the amount of entrainment for 10 mm? I will tell you very interesting thing here. For 12 mm or 12.5, not 12, for 10 mm and 12.5 mm, I will tell you very interesting thing. Quickly tell me, for 40 mm, anybody knows? Anybody knows? What is the entrapped air? It is given in IS 456. It is as per IS 456, I am saying. It is given in IS 456. 2000. It is given in IS 456 2000. Anybody knows? There is a table given in IS 456 2000. Can anybody tell me? Everybody was saying A part. No, by just knowing the PYQs, you will never crack the GATE exam. You must understand what are the related content. Do we know that content in the GATE exam or not? Then you will definitely clear the GATE exam. Otherwise, there will only be some probability. You will be playing with some probability. You are not confirming your seat in the GATE exam. Okay, this thing nobody knows. Yaad nahi. No. You have to remember these things because these are very important. Whatever the table given in the code, at least study those tables. At least remember those data. Those data are very important. Remember those data. So for 40 mm, the entrapped air is 4 plus minus 1%. You can increase 1%, you can decrease 1%. This is the, so 4% is the entrapped air, plus minus percent is the margin allowed. You can increase plus 1, you can decrease plus 1. Okay, next. 20 mm aggregates require 5% plus minus 1%. You can use 5% or you can get 6% also. You can reduce by 1% also. So 5% or plus minus 1%. Sir, on which page? Some of the student will tell, like Mr. Purohit has told on page 18. Okay. Now there is a very interesting thing. Up to 2024, up to April 2024, only 20 and 40 mm was given. Up to whatever the code you have downloaded before April 2024. In that code, only these two things were given. But after 6th April 2024, when 6th April 2024, that is why I am saying now you have to be updated also. After this day, why this day is important? Because on this day, amendment number, sorry, I will not say amendment, I will say, or let's say amendment, I will say amendment number 6 has come in IS 456-2000. So this amendment came on 6th April 2024, and they have also added 10 mm and 12.5 mm aggregates, and for this they have told the entrapped air is 6 plus minus 1%. So these things you must know. 4% for 40 mm, 1% more for 20 mm, 1% more for 10 mm or 12.5. As you know that when the size is reduced, the wide ratio increases. Do you know this thing? Whenever you are reducing the size, of any material, any soil particles or any aggregate or any silt or any clay, any sand, if you are reducing the size, the wide ratio will increase. So when the wide ratio will increase, you have to you should have more entrapped air, because more number of particles are there to slide, then more air is needed. Are you getting my point? So this thing you must know. I think this is given in page number 18. So this was reaffirmed by an amendment. So till now 6 amendments have been done in IS 456-2000. So IS 456-2000 has 6 corrections, we can say. All the 6 correction slips you must read at least once. Okay, if you are not reading all the amendments, just see the tables only. Just see the tables of only of that amendment. So amendment number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See the tables only, because a lot of things will be asked next year. This will be asked, and then you will be blank. So now you have done the PYQs, then also I am not able to do the questions. You have to do this thing. And if you will see the test series now, one secret I'm telling you, if you will do the test series now, I have given the question, same question in the test series. What is the entrapped air for this 10 mm and 12.5 mm as per the latest amendment? I have given this question. So if you will do the test series, then you can also get the things. Okay, now this was the first statement. Now let's discuss about the second statement. Main purpose of today's class is that to get what are the things which are connected with the PYQs. Only solving the PYQs is not our main main target. Only solving the PYQs, only giving the answer is not our main target, because those PYQs you will get also in our recorded sessions. We have a lot of recorded session for the PYQs, okay, in our app also. So please understand, we are going to do the analysis of the PYQs. The use of air-entrained concrete is required in an environment where cyclic freezing and thawing is expected. Now, what is the freezing point of water? Freezing point of water is 0 degree centigrade. So if anything is below 0 degree centigrade, there air will be needed. Why air will be needed? Because water will go inside the air. Why water will go inside the air pockets? Because when the water becomes in ice, water converts in ice, water volume will increase. Ice will have more volume than water for the same mass. Same mass of water, when it is converting into ice, it will have more volume, because ice has lesser density. So it needs more volume. So some vacant places are needed inside the concrete. So whenever water will freeze in the nights where like Jammu Kashmir in India, like Himalayan regions in India, you are concreting at the night, water will freeze. So whenever water is freezing, it should have some space to move. And in the morning, it will again melt, so it will again shrink itself. So these movements should be possible. If no space is there, water will apply stresses on the concrete and the crack will be there. Use of air-entrained concrete will be required for this. This is absolutely correct also. So here both 1 and 2 are true. Okay, so you must know the reasons also. Just only ticking the ABCD will not be required. Okay, so I'm creating the poll for this. If anybody is getting that A is correct, you can comment A part. If you're not getting this thing, then you can tell me. You can tell me that if any other option you are feeling that any other option is correct, you can tell me. So quickly tell me, then we will move towards the next question. So first of all, we will be moving to 3 or 4 statement types of question. First, we will do the analysis of these questions, then we will move ahead. First, we will see these 3 to 5 statement types of question, then we will move towards the next type of question. Okay, so first let's do the analysis and operation of these statement types of question. Okay, so the answer is A part. I think each and everyone has got this. If you are not getting, if you are thinking that some other option is correct, you can tell me. Now, there is one more question in the same year 2015. The same year, one more question has come. That is, workability of concrete can be measured using slump. I think this everybody has given answer. I can give A part. Yes, everybody has given. Ritika, Yusuf, Pushpak, Anand, Swarnab, Nitin, Swagatam, Subodh, Ipshita, Rani, Nagaraj, Manoj. Everybody has given A part. Okay. Let's move to the next question. Workability of concrete can be measured using slump, using compaction factor and VB time. 3 things are needed: slump, compaction factor and VB time. 3 tests are needed to check the workability. Any more test is required? Yes or no? Any more test is also there? Any more test is also there? Yes or no? Quickly tell me. Any more test is also there? Because I'm again saying I will do the analysis of the statement. Any more test is also there? Tell me the name. If you know any other name. Yes, very good. Any other name is flow table test. So flow table test is also there for workability. So this is the 4th number. This was the first slump. This is the compaction factor. This is the VB time. Always remember when the workability is increasing, the slump will increase, compaction factor will increase, but VB time will decrease and flow will also increase. So slump will increase, compaction factor will increase, flow will increase, but VB time will reduce. VB time will reduce. And when the workability is reducing, slump will reduce, compaction factor will reduce, flow will reduce, but VB time will increase. Because if something is flowing slowly, the time will be increased. So VB time is inversely proportional to workability. The flow is directly proportional to workability. The slump is directly proportional to workability. The compaction factor is directly proportional to workability. Only when the time is concerned, when it is saying time to flow, the time is inversely proportional to workability. If workability is more, the time to flow is lesser. I think this is clear. So on the basis of this thing, this is asked. So what is the analysis of this question? You must know what is the slump value. Like 0 to 25, very low. 25 to 50, low. 50 to 80 or 50 to 100, medium. Then 80 to 150, high, or 100 to 150, high. Above 150, very high workability. Like slump value, you must know the range. For compaction factor, you must know the range. Up to 0.84, very low. 0.84 to 0.88, low. 0.88 to 0.92, medium. 0.92 to 0.96, high. Above 0.96 up to 1, that is very high. So maximum compaction factor value should be 1. What compaction factor tells? That due to the self compaction of concrete, what is the percentage of compaction? Due to the self compaction of concrete, like we have placed the concrete on the site, what is the maximum compaction? So if it is 96% of maximum compaction, so 0.96 is the compaction factor. So compaction factor tells you the percentage of maximum compression just by the self compaction only, just by placing the concrete on. So from compaction factor you can tell the workability. VB time is the time to flow in a container. When we are vibrating the container, time to flow. Flow table also measures the flow. So you must know these values also. So if you have done this question, you must also know all the values. Are you getting my point? Are you getting this? Tell me. So here, what is the answer? I'm creating the poll for this ABCD, which is the answer. You can tell me now. So are you getting now? You must know all the ranges. You must know the slump range, compaction factor range. You must know the VB time range. So whatever I'm saying now, take a paper, take a pen and paper. Roughly you should write down. Whatever I'm saying now, roughly you should write down in every question. Whatever I'm saying, roughly write down those things. Like in the previous question, I have told you you should study the type of concrete: rapid hardening concrete, low heat concrete, fiber reinforced concrete. Okay, write down these things. If you don't know any of the thing, if you know the things, then don't write down. Ready mix concrete, RMC. You have to study those things after the class. Please study those things. Always you have to increase your content. Just before the exam, if you have studied a lot of content and you also revise them, then there is more chance that you are ahead of someone. And all the exams, whether it is GATE, whether it is ESE, this is the matter of only being ahead of all the persons. If any student knows the 90 things, you must know the 100 things. You must know the 150 things. So if you are getting more than anyone, then you are also going above than anyone, above than someone, above than all students. Okay, so always whenever I'm saying anything, you have to write down and you have to study those things. For studying, a lot of sources are there. You can just only Google the things. Just Google slump test, you will get the thing. Just Google compaction factor, because only 1 month before the exam is left if civil engineering is concerned. So you don't need to go to the books. Don't go to the books. Whatever I'm saying, just Google it, just read it, write it down. Only write it down in 2 to 3 lines, not more than that. So whatever the content you are going to add after doing the PYQs, just Google them and write down in your copy or in your short notes or in your rough notes. Because you cannot make notes just one month before. You can just add the content. So add those contents, whatever I'm saying. Okay. So as the slump is increasing, the VB time increases. This is wrong. Absolutely wrong, because as the slump increases means workability will increase, means VB time will decrease. Because when the slump is increasing, flow is fast. Flow is fast means time will be taken lesser to flow. Lesser time will be taken to flow because flow is fast. So VB time will be lesser. So this is wrong. As the slump increases, the compaction factor increases. This is absolutely correct, because it will increase the workability. So 1 is wrong, but 2 is true. So answer we can give, but what my main purpose is that you have to know the value of slump, the value of compaction factor, the value of VB time, the value of flow. You must know all these things. Clear? Sir, where to choose option? Just you have to comment the option. My poll is an AI, artificial intelligence. It will directly take your answer. If you are commenting in the comment box, like you have comment, sir, where to choose option. If you will comment A here, so it will automatically pick up. You don't have to choose the option. You have to just comment in the chat box. ABCD, whatever your answer is, you have to just comment. It will automatically take. But within the time, whatever the time is there, within time you have to give the answer. Okay, so D part is the correct answer. Let's see how many students have given. Rani, Sudhanshu, Swarna, Pushpak, Suraj, Akansha, Ipsita, Ritika, Yusuf, Suraj, Saurav, Manoj. A lot of students have given. Let's see the leaderboard. So Ritika, Pushpak, Yusuf are the top 3 students, and it is showing I think 21 students. So 21 students are commenting. Just you have to comment ABCD, whatever is the answer. Okay, next question. Let's see one more statement based question. This is the question. Let's see one more. There are 3 curves. One curve is J, another curve is K, another curve is L. So JKL, and JKL is given also in PQR. This is P, curve J is P actually, or let's say them as PQR. Let's not say these curves as JKL. Let's say these curves as PQR. Let's say those curves as PQR. Because in exam they have asked JKL, so I have written down JKL, but let's say these curves as PQR. So I'm writing down them PQR. Okay, I think this will also be comfortable. Okay, so what is curve P, what is Q, what is R? This is asked. Now what is important here to understand? GATE has asked the curve of different materials, and what are these curves? These are stress strain curves. If you can see here, these are the stress and strain curves. It means it can ask stress strain curve of all the materials. It can also ask the stress strain curve of the steel. What is the stress strain curve of steel? I will show you the stress strain curve of steel. This will be the stress strain curve of steel. This will be for steel. This will be for steel. Okay. If it will ask the stress strain curve of timber or rubber, like rubber they are asking. So this will be the curve for the rubber. Rubber. So it can ask the stress strain curve of any material. It can ask the stress strain curve of copper also. It can ask the stress strain curve of aluminium also. Like for aluminium, if you will see, this is the stress strain curve. For the aluminium, this is the stress strain curve. Aluminium is not that much ductile. Aluminium is not that much ductile. This is for aluminium. So you must know the stress strain curve of the metals which are mostly used. Aluminium, copper, steel for engineering purposes. Aluminium, copper, steel, timber, rubber, concrete, coarse aggregate, cement paste. These all things you must know. Now sir, what is the catch here? How we can, without remembering the curves, how we can understand that which curve is of which type of material without being mugging up these things? So always remember, if the material is very hard, then its slope will be very high. Hard metals are highly elastic, means their modulus of elasticity are very high and they will have more slope. Hard metals will have more slope because their modulus of elasticity are very high. Like aggregates, means stones, like metals are very hard. What is the definition of hardness? Hardness means if you are scratching two things, if you are scratching or rubbing two things, then on the material where a scratch is there, that is less hard, and on the material where there is no scratch, that is more hard. So hardness is the resistance to abrasion or resistance to scratch or resistance to indentation. What is indentation? Like if I have purchased a new vehicle and I'm moving with the vehicle and something has touched with my vehicle or some very strong thing has touched with my vehicle, there will be dent on my vehicle. So resistance to that dent is called resistance to indentation. So indentation means coming dent, and resistance to indentation means the strength against getting scratch or getting dent. So if you will rub a stone and a glass, if you are rubbing a stone and a glass, so which will have scratches? Glass will have scratches. Okay, glass will have more scratches. So glass is lesser hard than the stone. So whenever you will make the stress strain curve of glass, so it will come somewhere here. It will come somewhere here. This is the stress strain curve of the glass, or it can also be somewhere here, because below concrete it can also be there. It may also be there below concrete, because glass is also lesser hard than concrete. It can also be here. Okay. So if anything is more hard, it will have more slope. So if you are rubbing steel and the stone, if you are rubbing steel with the stone, so stone will have scratches. So stone is lesser hard than steel. Steel has two properties. Steel is also hard. Steel is also ductile. Steel is also hard. Steel is also tough. Okay, so steel has both properties, hardness and toughness both. Okay. So generally, if a material is hard, generally I am saying there are exceptions. There are always exceptions. So generally, if my material is hard, it will have more slope. Next thing, if the material is very soft, if you are pushing the material, it is easy to deform the material. So it will have lesser modulus of elasticity, because less stress is required to deform. Less stress is required to deform. Are you getting my point? So those material will be like rubber, like cement. Cement paste, if you will touch the cement paste, it will be deformed easily. So cement paste, rubber, these are very soft materials. So soft material require very lesser stress for some large strains. Large strains can be developed with very lesser strains. So these materials will have lesser modulus of elasticity. So they will be on this side. Are you getting my point? So depending upon whatever is the hardness, whatever is the strongness, strength, you can define various types of stress strain curves. So now compare this thing. Cement paste is the most soft thing, so it will have the least stress and the maximum strain. So least stress and maximum strain is in R. So cement paste is which curve? Curve R is the curve for the cement paste. Now next thing, in coarse aggregate and concrete, which is more hard? Concrete is made hard due to coarse aggregate. So coarse aggregate itself is more hard than concrete, because concrete also has the sand, concrete also has your water, concrete also has your cement. So coarse aggregate itself is very hard. So this is the most hard thing. So curve P is for coarse aggregate. So this is for curve P. And remaining curve is curve Q. So concrete is in between cement paste and coarse aggregate, because it's the mixture of concrete and concrete is the mixture of paste and coarse aggregate and fine aggregate also. So Q will be the in between curve, that will be for concrete. This is very easy to identify. Okay. So every time when there is some 2 or 3 curve, you have to compare only based on the strength or the hardness. Okay. So the answer will be P2, Q3 and R1. P2, Q3, R1 is given in B part. So let me create the poll for this. So now you can comment the answer. From the next question itself, we will be starting the poll first. From the next question first, we will be starting the poll first. So these are the second types of question which are generally asked in GATE. These are the second type of questions which are also incorporated in GATE. When? After 2013. After 2013, match the lists are also incorporated, because previously ESE exam was having the statement type of question, match the list of type of questions, but now from the last 12 years or last 13 years after 2013, the GATE is also asking the match the list questions and which type of statement is correct question. These type of questions they are also asking. So this is also based on the theoretical part. They are not based on the numerical part. This thing is also based on the theoretical part. Are you getting my point? Why I have started from these type of questions? Because a lot of students are ignoring the theoretical part for the GATE exam. They are only solving the numericals. But from the last 10 to 12 years, they have equally concentrated on the theoretical and the numerical part, both. In 2 marks question, they are also asking the things. So B part is the correct answer. Okay. These students have given the answer. Pushpak, Shwanab, Ritika, and I think now 25 students are giving answer. Very good. Okay, so these were the match list questions. One more question I think we should do from the match list. So here you have to match list 1 with list 2 and select the correct statement, correct answer using the codes given below. So 2413 means A has answer 2, B has 4, C has 1, D has 3. So depending upon these are the codes. Okay, so list 1 and list 2 you have to match. A, B, C, D are having which type of answers? 2413, 2143, 2431, 4312. So depending upon the codes you have to give the answer. This question was asked in GATE 2009. I think this was also from 1 mark. So first I will create the poll, because I have told that I will first create poll in these questions. Then I will tell you that how to solve them. First I have created the poll. Then I will tell you how to solve them and what is the analysis of this. The main thing is, for this session, the main thing is what is the analysis. We are mainly concerned about the analysis. Now give the answer. What is the answer? Give me the answer. Okay, so let's see what is the answer. First of all, you must understand that they have asked the testing on concrete. These test, this test, this test, and this test. All of the tests are tested on concrete. Some are non-destructive test, means we do not require to break the concrete sample to test. Okay. Assertion type questions are not yet asked in the GATE exam. Assertion region type of questions are asked till now. They are asking in the ESE exam. But there will be no surprise if this year GATE is asking assertion region. There will be no surprise. So we are not expecting assertion region type of question till now. But if GATE has asked in 2025 exam, if GATE has asked this type of question, then there will be no much surprise for this. But till now they have not asked. Whatever the GATE has done, on that basis we can only do. Because GATE can do anything, na? If GATE will do anything for the first time, it can do anything. So whatever they may do, whatever they are doing from last 10 to 12 years, that we are going to analyze. Okay. So here you will say that testing on concrete is asked. So they are concentrating from last 10 to 12 years, or last I will say 15 years, testing on concrete. Because this question is from testing on concrete. They are concentrating on that. There are some non-destructive tests like your resonant frequency test, rebound hammer test are non-destructive test. You don't require to break the sample. But split cylinder test is the destructive test. It needs to break the sample to give the test result. And compacting factor test is the test on the green concrete. The first three tests, three are the for your what I will say for hardened concrete. But last test was for the green concrete. Green concrete means fresh concrete. When you are mixing the concrete, immediately after mixing, you are doing this test. So fresh concrete test means green concrete test, you must know. Hardened concrete test, you must know. You must know the destructive test, non-destructive test. So all the tests on concrete you should understand. There is also one code for the testing on concrete. Tell me what is the number of that code. Tell me what is the number of code that is needed for the testing on concrete. Just give me 1 minute. I should have water because from last 1 hour I'm screaming continuously. So just let me have some water. Then we will discuss. So just tell me, comment quickly and tell me comment here and tell me the code for that. अभी आवाज आ रही है? Now voice is clear? Now voice is clear? Now voice is clear? So I was saying that there are two different codes for your testing on concrete. One is for fresh concrete and one is for hardened concrete. There are two different codes. So a lot of students were writing 14143 516. So you are telling right, but someone is not giving the correct year of revision. Someone is not giving even the correct code. 1143 is no code. I have not heard about 1143. I have heard about 1199. 1143 may be the different code for anything, but this is not for our purpose. Now hardened concrete, the code is for IS 516. Some of the students were saying also, but they were not giving the correct year. The correct year for 516 is 2021. In 2021 it has been revised. Most of the codes have been revised after 2000 or from 2000. Like a steel code had been revised in 2007. Okay, I think recently there has also been some update in the steel codes. And the loading codes, like the wind load code, has been revised in 2015, because the loading code we generally study IS 875 1987, but the wind load has revised in 2015. So IS 875 part 3, that is for wind loads, it is revised in 2015. Like earthquake code, a lot of students will say IS 1893 is code of 2002, but no, it has been revised. It has been revised in 2016. So IS 1893 is the latest code, that is 2016 now. So these things you must know. Okay, like 3370, like 10262, everything you must know where, at which year what was the latest revision. Like the concrete mix design code has been revised in 2019. It's 10262. Okay, so you must know the revision also. So for hardened concrete it is 516, for fresh concrete it is 119. Please check. I don't remember, because it is very earlier I have taught because before 2 to 3 years before I have taught the building materials, these things of building materials. So please check if I have told you the correct thing, because I think I have told you correctly, but sometimes it is reverse also. Sometimes, because I don't remember exactly. 10262 is for concrete mix design. It is not for testing. Okay, 10262 is for design, that is revised in 2019. The previous was 2009, I think. In 19 it has been revised. Okay. So testing on concrete has two types of code. If somebody is asking, you can give the answer. So now for what these tests are done, resonant frequency test is done for the dynamic modulus of velocity. This is 2. Rebound hammer test is done for dynamic modulus of velocity and compressive strength as well. But this is matched with 1, so we will match this thing 4. This test is done for both things, for dynamic modulus of elasticity and also for compressive strength. But this is matched with 2, because resonant frequency test is only done for the dynamic modulus of elasticity. So this is matched with 2, so 4 I will match. Split cylinder test is done for the tensile strength, it is 1. And compaction factor test we know for workability, it is 3. It is absolutely 3. So wherever there is not 3, we can directly cancel. At the last, whenever in the D part, whenever there is not 3, I can cancel. Only one or A or B or, correct? So 2413 is given in A part, so A is correct. This is wrong. 2413 is given in A part. I think you guys have given, because I was observing that most of the students were giving. So no, very less number of students have given this answer. Very less number of students. A lot of students have given answer 2143. No, rebound hammer test is not for tensile strength. Rebound hammer test is again for the compressive strength. No, 2413 is the correct answer. Very less number of students have given. So now let's see the leaderboard. Swagatam, Ritika, Yusuf are top 3, and then these are the other students who are giving answer. Total 27 students are trying. Okay, so please read these things. Whatever the test for the fresh concrete, this is actually sampling testing of fresh concrete. This code is 1199 for this, and IS 516 is for testing the hardened concrete. Okay, so always remember, and you can also update this thing in your notes. Okay, next thing. Next thing is a reinforced. No. I have to give you some more questions of the match the list. First, let's complete these match the list things. So this question is saying, I think, resonant frequency test. This is same. I'm deleting this question. Some questions are almost same, like curve question. This curve question you have also done. JKL. PQR I have made. Okay, some questions you have done. Slump increases, VB time increases, you have done this. Air entrainment in concrete, you have also done. So let's delete those questions. Okay, now let's come to the question which is having match the list. Okay, let us come to this question. This is also multiple choice question. This was a very good question. If I will talk about the whole RCC now, I find this question very much useful. This is match group 1 with group 2. You are going to match group 1 with group 2. But here very interesting statement is given. Here given factor to decrease the ultimate strength to design strength. We are not even able to understand what it is saying. If we have not studied in depth, if we have not studied our WSM working stress method and limit state method in depth, then we will not be even able to understand what they are saying, what it is written here. This is the main thing. Okay, so please understand what it is written. I will explain. Second thing, Q, what it is written here, factor to increase working load to the ultimate load for design. This same type of question, believe me, this same type of question was asked last year, 2024 in ESE exam. Same type of question. The relation between ultimate strength and the design strength. The relation between ultimate load and the design load. And they were asking in terms of ACI, American code they were asking. Because last in 2024 in ESE exam, they have asked a lot of things with respect to American code. So with respect to American code in last year, they have asked in ESE exam. So what, because these things have been started asking in the GATE exams. So they have asked in 2024. I think this question is of 2008 or 2009. So after 15 years, they have asked the same thing in the ESE. That is why I am saying do the analysis. You must know what is the relation between them. Now, R. What is the statistical method? Statistical, this should be statical. Okay. I think this should be statistical. Okay. What is the statical method of the ultimate load analysis? We must first understand this. What is the statical method of load analysis? We will study this. Okay. I think you have studied this. What is the kinematical mechanism of method of ultimate load analysis? What is static method? What is kinematic method? You must know this thing. But sir, after reading this statement, even I am not able to understand what it is asking. So how can I give answer? So you can give the answer if you have mugged up the answer. If you have mugged up A, B, C, D, whatever is the thing, you can definitely give the answer. But I don't want that you should mug up things. Okay. I want that you should be able to give the answer. That what is the factor to decrease ultimate strength? You should be giving the answer to me that what is the static method, what is the kinematic method. If you know the answer, then okay. If you're only giving the options, then that will not be useful for you. Okay, first I'm starting the poll, then I will ask these things to you. I will ask these things to you. What is upper bound? What is upper bound called? What is lower bound is called? What is material partial safety factor, load factor? I will discuss these things. Because this question has been asked in previous year. In the next year, what will be asked? That we are going to analyze here. In the next upcoming year, what is going to be asked? We are going to analyze that. So this question year is not written. Just give me a minute, guys. I'm telling you the year also. I will write down the year also. In which year they have asked. So the year of this question is, the year of this question should be just give me a minute, I will check. Can anybody tell me what is the year of this question? I need to search for this because in our book it is not given. In our GATE wala book, it is not given. I have to check. I think this is asked before 2008. That is why it is not given. Because in our book, up to 2008 and after 2008 and after, the questions were given after 2008. So I have to check which year this was. Just give me a minute. I will check. We have the details. Two 2014. Then if 2014 is there, then we should have this question. Just let me check again. No, I cannot leave the year, dear. I cannot leave the year. I must know the year because I need to tell you very interesting thing about that. So I think we have this in our book. We should have this in our book. Just let me check. There was one more thing I need to discuss here. That is why I also want the year. I got this question. Okay, 2014 shift 1. Students are saying 2014 shift 1. So I will try to include this question in our book. If it is not in book, I will try to include this question. Okay. Okay. So first of all, you must understand, because from the last 10 to 12 years, this thing has been asked. Okay, shift 1. And I think this has been asked for the 1 mark. Na? I don't think that this will be asked for the 2 marks. So what is the main thing here? That the lower bound and upper bound mechanism are mainly defined in the steel structures. In the steel structures, it is defined. Okay. So always remember, this question is actually from the steel structures. So I don't know whether they have given the steel structure or not. I should check this thing. Then only I can confirm this. I think they have given in the steel structure. So the main thing is that what is the lower limit and what is the upper limit. Just quickly I will check. Quickly I will check they have given in the steel structure or not. I think they have given. Yes, okay, no issue. If you don't have the in the book, I will add them. So the main thing is that what is the upper bound and lower bound mechanism, we have to first understand. There are two things of the calculation of any collapse load. If you are talking about ultimate load design, if you're talking about the limit state design, if you're talking about the any design, there are two approaches to calculate the collapse load. First approach, you are calculating the collapse load where the collapse is starting. Are you getting my point? Like a moment in a beam has reached 350 kilonewton meter. Now its top layer, it's the top fiber has failed in compression. It's top fiber. Why? Because when the top fiber will have a strain, if you are getting my point, I don't know whether you are getting my point or not. When the top fiber will reach this strain, we will say that this fiber is failed under compression. This fiber is failed, but the whole beam is not failed, because all the fiber will fail when all the fiber will have this strain, but the fibers below having lesser strain than this. So now the collapse has started. Collapse has not happened. So when we are doing this thing now, so we are doing the statistical approach to calculate the ultimate load, like we are doing in the limit state method. We calculate the ultimate moment at the starting of collapse, not at the end of the collapse. So normally, if the true collapse moment if mu true, so whatever we are calculating in your lower bound mechanism, not upper bound, in lower bound mechanism we are calculating mu lesser than mu true, or equal to, we can also say, but most of the time mu is lesser than. Means we are actually steel structure, in steel structure it is given, okay, no issue. If it is given, that is very good. That is why I'm saying now I'm not able to find in RCC, so in steel I think I'm able. So whatever we have done, because actually ultimate load is given now, ultimate load analysis is given, then this can also be explained in RCC. So whenever we are calculating the true load based on the lower bound mechanism, we give you some moment where the collapse has started, collapse has not happened. But whenever we are calculating on the upper bound mechanism, in upper bound mechanism what we do, we consider all the fibers have failed. So when all the fibers have failed, your strain diagram will not be like this. Your strain diagram will be like this. Everywhere the strain has become 0.0035, and here in steel also everywhere the strain has become like this. This is the upper bound mechanism, like in plastic analysis of steel structures. So upper bound mechanism is generally not used in the RCC structures. Upper bound mechanism is generally used for the steel structures. Why? Because steel can also show you the deformation above yielding. Above yielding you can also see the deformation. So top fiber has yielded, now bottom fiber can also yield. This can also yield. When all the fibers have yielded, then we will say that the whole section has failed. So this upper bound mechanism, where we are calculating the moment, the collapse moment more than the mu true or equal to the mu true, just after the collapse or just at completing the collapse. So if we are calculating the moment just at completing the collapse, the whole section is completely collapsed. Now it has been just going to fall, or the whole structure has fallen. So at that time when we have calculating the moment, then this is called the upper bound. So upper bound actually is based on the rotation principle. Why? Because when the collapse has occurred, then the rotation will start. Are you getting my point? So collapse calculating the moment at the collapse, ultimate moment, based on the rotation value, based on the rotation concept, based on the making the angles. If if this has made some angle, theta here, or phi here, theta here, I'm taking the same angle, taking the symmetry. When it has made some angles, it is giving some rotations here, then we will say that this is the collapse has been occurred. This is called upper bound mechanism. Here we are calculating the moment when the collapse has occurred. Means the moment calculated will be sometimes more than the true collapse moment. After the collapse, we are getting the rotations. So this is called the kinematic approach, because we are calculating the motions, we are calculating the things based on the kinematic approach. Are you getting my point? So these, what I will say, these principles of any type of calculation you must know. So in RCC, if somebody is asking which type of method we are using, lower bound mechanism is statistical, or statical, we can also say statical method of load analysis, because statistics is different thing, that is different thing. So we can say statical or statics part. If statics part we are using, like in your working stress method, like in your limit state method, so that is called the lower bound mechanism. If ultimate load is written, then only limit state method, because in WSM ultimate is not there. So lower bound method is actually the statical method. In kinematical mechanism, what we will do, we will take the rotation, we will take the movement, means just after the collapse or just at the collapse. So that is the upper bound mechanism. So this is the 2. So this is, sorry, 1. This is 2 statical method. This is the kinematical method. Are you getting my point? Because after the collapse, there will be rotation. So upper bound means you are calculating the collapse moment, ultimate moment more than the true collapse value. So if anybody is asking statical method, kinematical method, which is correct, both are wrong. Both have errors. Because true collapse nobody knows. So it is better to give answer in lower bound mechanism, because that is more safe. But actually steel is having its plastic moment capacity, that is why we are calculating in upper bound mechanism for steel. Now these things you know. Factor to decrease ultimate strength is your material safety factor. This is 3. And factor to increase load, that is load factor, that is 4. Now why we increase load in design? Because if we are designing the structure for resisting more loads, it will be safe. Why we are decreasing the strength? If we are considering our strength lesser, that will be safe. Like I have 100 rupees in my pocket, my friend has come, okay, let's have tea. I will say what? I will say I don't have money, I have only 10 rupees. So telling your strength lesser, considering your strength lesser, that is safe for you. Like you are moving in the night and somebody is snatching your money or your valuable things, and you are becoming Superman there. You are showing your strength more than your whatever you have. And he or she will simply shoot you or simply stab you and go away. Then on these materialistic things, on behalf of these materialistic things, you are living your life, because you are telling your strength, you are showing your strength more than whatever you have. So show your strength lesser whatever you have. If somebody is snatching your valuable things, okay, let it go away, no issue. My life is more important, I will earn these things. So that is why whatever your strength is there, if material is having some strength, consider strength lesser. Considering the strength lesser, design that structure. Okay. If strength is more, that is good. Okay. So 3, 4, 2, 1. 3, 4, 2, 1 is given in C part. Now let's see how many students have given this answer. Why I am explaining everything? Sir, this is the YouTube class. Why you are explaining? I am explaining because I want you should get very good rank in GATE. I don't want that you guys should get rank 5,000, 10,000. I want whatever you are doing, you must understand those things very deeply. That is why I am going very slow. I'm not that type of teacher that I will say A part, B part, C part, D part, because that will only waste your time. That will not improve you. That is why I am going slow. My main principle in teaching is that whatever you are studying, study those things very deeply. Study less, but study deep. So whatever you have studied, that will be useful for you, whether less or not, but that will be useful for you. If I will only say A part, B part, C part, D part, then that will not be useful for you. So please understand what is my technique. My technique is that whatever I am going to tell you in these 2 to 3 hours, that should be useful. That is why I am not going very fast. Okay, so these students have given the answer, Yashashvi and Ritika, Nitin. And overall leaderboard is this: Ritika, Yusuf, Pushpak, and overall I think 30 students are given. I was forecasting the things and that was correct. Okay, one more question I will see, that is also theoretical. Then we will move towards the direct answer based question. Then we will move towards those questions which are direct answer based. Please concentrate right now. Till now I am only discussing your 1 mark question. I'm not discussing your 2 marks question. Why? Because 2 marks question, if you learnt everything, if you know the formula, if you know the step, you will be solving those questions. If you don't know anything, then whatever practice you have done in the YouTube class, you will not be able to solve them. So for 2 marks question, your preparation matters. My guidance doesn't matter for 2 marks. But for 1 mark question, my guidance matters a lot. So I am here in YouTube class for getting all of your 1 mark question correct, and to give you the boost for your preparation and for your hard work to get 2 marks also correct. So mainly we are going to concentrate on 1 mark. I will also give you some question of 2 marks, but mainly we are concentrating on 1 mark. And also in another channel, that is GATE Wala MECEXZ, that is our Hinglish channel, Hindi plus English. Today 7 PM we are having the same class, but that class name is Maha Marathon, I think, or Maha Abhyas, sorry. That class name is Mahabhyas. Okay, so there we will also be continuing the same thing. There we will not be having all the PYQs. There we will be having actually the various types of question, various things also. So if I have ended this class today at suppose 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., then don't think that this is over. This practice is not over yet. This will also resume in another channel at 7 p.m. So all the students who are here, they can continue there also. So here I'm concentrating. I'm showing that what can you take the useful things from the PYQ. There on in that class, I will not be telling whatever the useful from the PYQ. In 7 p.m. class, I will only giving you the question and I will be giving you the solution. Only question solution. Here I am giving you the examples that how you can learn from the PYQ. Okay, and all of the PYQs, giving all of the PYQ doesn't matter, because if I will give all the PYQs now, it will be night 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. at the night this class will end. So I'm only telling you the concepts, how to take the things, how to analyze the things from. So if I will give you 10 to 15 questions, then for the remaining PYQs you can directly analyze from yourself. I'm just giving you the idea how you can analyze. Okay, so here this question is telling you that you have to understand whatever the mechanism we have applied in the WSM, whatever the mechanism we have applied in the LSM, whatever the mechanism we have applied in any method, you have to understand. Also in PSC, in pre-stress concrete, what was the mechanism? In pre-stress concrete, the mechanism was elastically based. Elastically based means if the deformation of the pre-stress concrete goes in inelastic range or in plastic range, then your equations of PSC will not be useful. Are you getting my point? So in pre-stress concrete, we have seen the elastic approach. Okay, we have not seen your plastic approach in your pre-stress concrete. So always remember these things. You have to always analyze whatever is our method. Okay, are you getting my point? Quickly, just give me a minute. I have some very important call from some of the member. Just give me a minute. Okay, till then you can solve one more question. Then I will discuss one more theoretical question you will solve. That is also your statement based, or I will say match of the following based. Let us do one more question. I have all the PYQs today. In today's class, I have all the PYQs. But discussing all the PYQs will not benefit you. Just giving you the examples that how are the types of questions that will benefit you. So one more question I will do from the match of the following, or from statement based. Then we will move towards the direct answer type of questions, direct numerical answer type of questions. Just give me 1 minute. I will see that what are the critical questions. If I have any more question which is directly theory based, all this. Okay, this question is a very good question which is theoretical based, and this is not the statement based, this is not match of the following based, this is directly the theory based. These type of theory will also be asked like a theory, like a theoretical question. This type of theoretical based question will be asked directly, a theoretical question, no statement, nothing like this, only theoretical based. Okay, and one of the students were saying that, sir, assertion region question gate is also asking. Yes, I have seen one question they have asked. So till now I have not seen much questions, only one question I have seen. So that question I will also do, this thing, assertion region. Okay, this assertion region have it is also asked in gate. So one question it is asked. Okay, so I will also discuss this thing because this is also theoretical question. But first please solve this one question. This question please ask, then I will discuss that assertion region question. Then after that I will move towards the direct answer numerical based questions. So give me the answer of this, then I will tell you that why this question is also important to consider this. And I think this question was asked in GATE 2008. I think the year was 2008. That I will tell you later. But first give me the answer. I'm giving you 90 seconds. And just till then give me time. I'm discussing something with my colleague. They're asking something. Okay guys, so I think you guys have given the answer, but what is important here? The important thing is here to know or to understand that it is asking about actually the corrosion cracks. So all the types of cracks and what are their direction of cracks, we must know these things. So first of all, what are the types of crack? We must know this thing, and we must also know that what are the direction of their propagation. So first of all, let us study this question. This question is of, I think, 2008. Just tell me the year also. If anybody remember the year, you can confirm me the year. Then we will also continue. So what is the main thing here? So if anybody is commenting about the year, I will write down that year. But let us not give more time in the year. Let us concentrate mainly on the question. Okay, just give me a minute. If I am finding directly the year, I will write down. Otherwise, I will move. Yes, I have got this year. This year is 2011, and I'm surprised to see that the question is of 2 marks. I'm surprised to see that the year was 2011, but the question was of 2 marks. 2011, and the question was of 2 marks. From the 2013 and or 2014, I don't remember the exact year. From 2013 or 14, the GATE has asked the question in 2 shifts. The GATE paper of civil engineering are in 2 shifts from 2014, I think, not 13. 13, I think, have 1 shift only. So from 2014 or 13, the GATE is asking the questions, or the GATE is taking the exam in 2 shifts. So from the last 10 last 10 or 11 years, you will see that there are 2 shifts. But before the 2013 or from 2013, 11, 12, 13, and or before that, only 1 shift is there. That is why I'm not writing the shift whenever I'm writing anything before 2013 or in 2013 also, because as far as I remember, from 2014 they are taking the in shifts. So in this question, why it is of 2 marks? Because the students don't know what is the way of propagation of cracks. Clear crack, how it is propagated, how flexible crack propagates, the student don't know. That is why this was asked. So consider a reinforced bar embedded in concrete in a marine environment. Marine environment means there is a lot of chance that there will be corrosion on the bar. This bar undergoes uniform corrosion, which leads to the deposition of corrosive products on its surface and increase in the apparent volume of the bar. So what happens when the bar is corroded? Its volume increases because the corrosion material, the oxide of iron, are having more volume. So bar volume increases, then it applies stress on concrete. So concrete cover falls. So how the concrete cover falls? Because there is a crack that is called corrosion crack. So due to the corrosion crack, the concrete cover falls due to this stress. So this is asking that how this crack propagates. This is subject to surrounding concrete to be expansive pressure. As a result, corrosion-induced cracks appear at the surface of the concrete. Which of the following is true? Corrosion causes circumferential tensile stresses. Will absolutely correct. This is also called as hoop stress in concrete, and the cracks will be parallel to the corroded length bar. But absolutely correct. This A is absolutely. I think all the others are wrong. The A is absolutely correct. The hoop stress is applied, and the crack is parallel to length of bar. Suppose this is your concrete crack. So what are various concrete beam? So what are the various types of crack? This is the bar. So if the bar is corroded, now please understand, if the bar is corroded, it will have its more volume. It will have its volume increased. Its volume will try to increase, but there is no much space. Its volume will try to increase. But there is not much space in the concrete. What will happen? This bar will apply some pressure on concrete. Upwards, downwards. So due to this pressure, what happens? There will be crack like this. Crack like this will happen. This is parallel to the length of bar. Parallel to the bar. Bar is inside, the crack will be on the surface. So this bar, this crack will be parallel to the length of the bar. In the cross section, if you will see, this crack will be visible here, here and here. Inside there will also be crack. But if it is talking about the length of the bar, so for the length of the bar, it is parallel. It is actually parallel to the length of bar. Okay, so always remember the A part will be the correct answer. And if I will talk about if I will talk about the flexural cracks, suppose this is your beam. I don't have the space. Let's say here. Suppose this is the beam, or in next page I can add in the next page. For the next page, I have to some color. Okay, so let me add the next page. So if I'm talking about beam, suppose this is the beam and this is your reinforcing bar, and if the beam is having some deflection, or if the beam is having some bending, so due to the bending there will also be some cracks. Due to the bending of the beam, there will also be some cracks. Like if the beam has some bending, will have also some cracks. Here some cracks will be perpendicular to the bar, some cracks will be inclined to the bar. So if the beam has some bending, so due to the bending, one crack is like this, that may be up to the neutral axis, this crack, or this crack, or this crack, these are perpendicular to the length of the bars. These cracks are perpendicular to the length of the bars. These cracks are called as the flexural cracks. So if somebody is asking what are the direction of flexural cracks, so direction of flexural cracks are perpendicular to the length of bar. These are flexural cracks, and these are not due to hoop stress. These are due to direct stress, direct tensile stress. Flexural cracks are not due to hoop stress. They are due to direct tensile stress. Like this. This is the direct tensile stress. Like this is the direct tensile stress. This is not the hoop stress. Hoop is a circumferential stress. This is the direct tensile stress. This is the direct tensile stress. And these cracks are perpendicular to length of bar. Perpendicular to length of bar. Perpendicular to bar. Bar means bar length. Whenever we are saying that it is perpendicular to anything, it means its biggest dimension. Its biggest dimension is length. It is perpendicular to length of bar. Okay, these are the flexural cracks. Okay, the next thing is that there may be some cracks at the support. Suppose this beam is supported at supports here, like this. There may be some support induced cracks. Support induced cracks are actually your shear cracks. They are inclined. They are inclined at some angle. Like here, they are inclined at some angle. They are inclined at an angle theta. So these are the inclined cracks. These are the inclined cracks. They are called as a shear cracks. Shear cracks. Shear cracks. They are inclined to bar. Inclined towards the length of the bar or towards the length of the beam. These are due to shear tension stress. What is shear tension stress? Actually, when something is in pure shear now, it will also apply a tensile stress. Have you seen in the SOM? Have you seen one concept in the SOM? That concept is known as the pure shear concept. If some element is under the pure shear, like this, if element is under the pure shear like this, if element is under the pure shear like this, what will happen? This diagonal will have tensile stress. If this is tau, this is the pure shear condition, so this diagonal will have the tensile stress like this. This is also known as the major principal stress, sigma t. So due to this tensile stress, there will be some crack at the angle theta, and this angle theta depends upon the principal plane. So in the pure shear concept, you have also seen. Okay, circumferential stresses and radial stresses are different. Yes, obviously. Have you studied thin wall pressure vessel in SOM? Have you studied thin wall and thick wall pressure vessels in SOM? What happens in thick wall pressure vessels? Radial stress also occur. If your wall is thick, if your pressure vessel is thick walled, I think you must study these things. You are not studying the complete syllabus, and then you will be confused. If you have studied the thick wall vessels, so what happened? In thin wall vessels, only longitudinal and hoop stress is there. Hoop is circumferential. So if the vessel is thin walled, only two stresses are there. Suppose this is the pressure. Inside there is a fluid. any gas is there or any liquid is there, some pressure P is applicable. So there will be three type of stresses. One is hoop. Hoop is like this. This is hoop sigma h on the walls. This is called circumferential because it is breaking the circumference. It is breaking this thing, circumference. This is hoop stress. One is your radial also. Radial stress is how much? Like this. This is your radial stress, sigma r. Sigma r. Radial stress is compressive. Radial stress moves radially from the center. So radial stress is actually compressive stress. It moves radially from the center. This is your radial stress, sigma r. It is moving radially like this. Let me change the color. This. So radial stress is actually compressive. They're entirely different. It is moving radially. It is breaking the circumference. So hoop stress is the circumferentially, which is tensile stress, and radial stress is your compressive stress. If you have studied thick wall vessels, you have understood this thing. In thick walled vessels or thick vessels, in SOM there is thick vessels. This is the concept of radial and circumferential. Both are different. Circumferentially means it is breaking the circumference. Like here it is breaking the circumference. It's breaking the circumference here like this. So it is the reason for the fall of the cover. So this cover will fall. Like in old buildings, you have seen the cover has been fallen. That cover has been fallen due to the corrosion cracks. In old buildings, have you gone in the old buildings? No, sir. We are very good boys. We are very good persons. We have not gone. Not only for the bad things. Sometimes we also go to the old buildings like forts and like just for our movements. Not only for every time, just if we are going to old buildings, then this is the bad thing. No. So there the cover is fallen and the concrete and the steel is exposed. So this is the reason. Okay. So A part is the correct answer of this. And also remember, you must know that what are the direction of cracks. Also remember that what are the direction of cracks, you must remember. All the cracks, flexural cracks are perpendicular, inclined cracks are shear cracks, and parallel cracks are corrosion cracks. Because this thing may be asked. Next, in the context of the provisions related to the durability of concrete, actually this question is of building materials. This question is purely of building materials. But why I have taken this question? To tell you that assertion region type of questions are also asked in assertion region type of question is also asked in GATE. Okay, but if you will say that this is the correctly assertion region type of question, no. This is the statement type of question. This is the statement 1, this is the statement 2. So we will not call this question as assertion region type. No, this is the statement type question. Because in assertion region type of question, they ask that reason is correct explanation of assertion or not. Here it is not given like that. So this is the statement type question, like 1 and 2 are correct, like we have done in air entrant type of cement. Like we have done this type of question in air entrant cement. This one, both 1 and 2 are true. This like this one. So this is actually, they have written their assertion, but this is not assertion region type of question. This is again the statement type of question. Both are true, both are false. One is true, another is false, like this. Okay, both are true, both are false. One is true, here second is true. And FLASE it is written FLASE, actually it is false. It is not FLASE, it is actually false. Wherever FLASE is written, actually it is false. So this is not a statement type question. It is it is a statement type question. It is not assertion region type. It is not assertion region type. It is not assertion region type. Because in assertion region, there are examples or options like that where it is asked that reason is correct explanation of assertion or not. So this is not assertion region type. This is a statement type question. 1 is true, 2 is true, both are true, both are wrong, like this. Okay. So now tell me the answer. In previous question, what was the answer? A part. Now let me see how many students have given 92%. Very good. Okay, give me the answer of this question. It was in 2019. GATE 2019, 2 marks. This was again for 2 marks. So always remember, the theoretical questions are not always for 1 mark. They are in the last 2 questions we have seen that they are also for the 2 marks. So where FLASE is written, actually this is false. Okay, this is not FLASE, this is actually false. This is only just a basic typing mistake. Whenever it is false written, this is false actually. Wherever it is written, you must understand this is actually false. Okay. Everywhere they have written please. Now tell me quickly. Then we will move towards the direct answer type of question where we can give the direct answer. Where we can give the direct answer, we will move towards that question. Now what is written, as per IS 4562,000, air entrainment to the extent of 3 to 6% is required for concrete exposed to marine environment. For the marine environment, 3 to 6% is not the requirement. It is somewhat lesser, because in marine environment, if air entrainment is more, there will be more corrosion. So this is not correct. Wrong. Next, the equivalent alkali content in terms of Na2O, this is Na2O actually, and in terms of 1% and 0.6% of Na2O and K2O respectively is approximately 1.4%, rounded off to the 1 decimal places. This is asking the equivalent alkali content in terms of Na2O. Na2O is the base for this. Like in environment, you have seen the hardness and alkalinity is in the base of CaCO3. CaCO3 equivalent, we will calculate the hardness and alkalinity. Same here, Na2O equivalent is the base here. So the base of, in terms of Na2O, for a cement containing 1% and 0.6% Na2O and K2O, it is approximately 1.4%. Then how we can do this? We will calculate the equivalent weight, and using the equivalent weight, we will convert K2O also in Na2O. So 1% is Na2O and 0.6% of K2O is almost equivalent to 0.4% of Na2O. So this is approximately 1.4%. Okay. So rounded off to the 1 decimal places. Okay, that is correct. This is correct. If you will calculate, this will come out to be also. This is correct. So 2 is correct, 1 is false. So D part is the answer of this question. 1 is false and 2 is correct. So from this, it has been hinted, from this PYQ, they are hinting, the GATE exam authorities are hinting that they are also going to ask a lot of things, which is the mixture of your building materials and RCC. Because first statement is from RCC, from concrete. Second statement is purely for building material. Even this thing is also taught to you in your building materials for marine environment, for moderate environment, because marine environment is severe environment. So this thing is also taught in building material, but mainly this is from the RCC. But this second is from the building materials. So this is the combination of RCC and building material. So RCC and building material are mainly combined. Now we will go towards the direct answer based questions. So here nothing to understand, nothing to analyze, nothing you have to analyze in these type of questions. In a statement type of questions, in theoretical questions, whether it is of 2 marks, whether it is of 1 mark, you have to analyze, you have to read all the theories related to it. But here, in this, you don't have to read anything. Just see the table from where it is asked. Just see that table from where this direct answer based question, mainly of 1 mark. I don't see any question of 2 marks that is direct answer based. I have only seen 1 mark question in GATE that are direct answer based, and this is obvious also. So whenever these questions you are going to analyze, just see the related table. Don't see the concepts. I'm again repeating, just see the table from where it is taken. Don't see the concept. These type of questions are only the questions where you need to mug up. That is why I always say that for the GATE exam, sometimes you have to mug up for these questions, which are direct answer based. So you have to mug up. Now I'm creating the poll for this. Give me the answer. Now I'm creating the poll. Whatever the number of students have commented, you have to comment again, because right now I have started the poll. So in these type of questions, you have to do nothing. You have to just mug up the concepts. You have to just mug up the what I will say, data. You have to just mug up the data. So I have these 4 to 5 types of question of direct answer based. Here no theory is required, nothing is required, just data based or just equation based questions are there. No calculation is required here. गाइज जस्ट गिव मी अ मिनट, कंटिन्यूसली पढ़ा रहे हैं, थोड़ा सा एनर्जी चाहिए, 1 मिनट दे देना मुझे। गाइज जस्ट गिव मी अ मिनट, आई एम कंटिन्यूसली टीचिंग, so I need some energy, so just give me a minute. Okay guys, in these type of questions, what we will do, so it is asking a reinforced concrete structure has to be built or constructed along a sea coast. Now sea coast is an environmental condition. So for all the environmental conditions, we have to know that what is the concrete grade and what is the cover. So cover and concrete and cover, you must understand for all environments, because this year it has asking in the sea coast, in the next year it will ask for different condition, and you will see also in this was the year 2008. So in the upcoming years, in the next years, they have asked again this thing, but they have asked for the cover, or they have asked for the concrete for different exposure conditions. So that is why I'm saying now you have to analyze the previous year question, because in the next upcoming year they will ask the same thing, the same concept, but the different things. So here for the sea coast, this is the severe exposure, and for severe exposure M30 is the concrete grade. For the severe exposure M30 is the concrete grade. So D part is the correct answer for this question. Yes, a lot of students have given this answer. Now let's see the leaderboard. Ritika, Pushpak, Ipsita, they are top 3, and up to 33 the students are given the answer. Now let's move to this next question. This question is also the direct answer type of question. I understand that there is some question, some calculation involved. So let us not move towards this question. Let us move towards this question. This is direct answer question. This is of 1 mark. This is direct answer question. Let's move this question to somewhat below. So these direct data based question, data or equation based question, they will be some direct questions. Some direct questions which are data or equation based. First we will do these questions. So here you should only understand the equations, like this question. In this question you can only, if you understand the equation, you can give the answer. So directly you can give the answer. I'm giving you 60 seconds. Quickly give me the answer. What it is asking, modulus of rupture in terms of FCK. So modulus of rupture or modulus of velocity or the modular ratio. So modulus of rupture plus modulus of velocity you must know, plus modular ratio you must know. So if it is asking the modulus of rupture, it may ask these things. It may ask you the characteristic compressive strength. So if it is asking at 1 year modulus of rupture, it can also ask what is the characteristic compressive strength, because modulus of rupture is asked in this FCK terms. So in some year it can also ask what is FCK, how it is defined, and in the upcoming years it has also asked the same thing. So in that year, in 2009, it is asked if students have done the analysis on FCK, what is the FCK value? Suppose percentage definition of FCK is changed, then what is the formula of FCK? If the students have done these things, then they will be also able to give the questions, answer of the questions of the next year. So you have to answer this thing, that what is MOE, what is modular ratio, what is tensile strength, what is compressive strength, what is FT, tensile strength of concrete, what is FCK, what it is its definition. If definition is changed, then what we will do? If you understand these things, then you can give the answer easily. So here modulus of rupture is 0.7 FCK, D part is correct, but you must understand modulus of velocity also, modular ratio also, FT also, FCK also. So here D part is the correct answer. I think a lot of students have given. Yes, 95% students have given. This is the leaderboard. Yusuf, Sudhanshu, Swarnab, everyone. Okay, next upcoming question. This is also direct answer based. Here it is asking the limited state of collapse, the partial safety factors as recommended by IS 456 for design strength and for concrete and for steel. So for concrete first you have to tell, then for steel. For concrete first, then for steel you have to give the answer. Okay. This is direct answer based, but here it is asking the design strength factor, gamma m. Then sometimes it can also ask the load factor. It can also ask the load factor in other question. So just after this, it is of 2009, just after this, they have asked the question for the load factor also. And that question was of 2 marks. I will show you. Just before this, I think 2008. So sometimes they have asked in 2008, they have asked this question for the load factor. And here they in 2009, they have asked for the moment factor, for the material factor, sorry. So for the material factor, they have asked 2009. In 2008, they have asked for the load factor. So continuously, they are asking with the related thing. They're not asking with the exact things, they are asking the related thing. And if we will concentrate on both shifts, like in 2024 both shift, 2023 both shift, any year of GATE, if you will concentrate on both shift, they have asked the same thing. the same question they have asked, but in different contexts. Means the same concept they have asked. Like in 2024, if you will talk about, in one set they have asked about the slab, in another set they have also asked about the slab. There they have asked about the moment coefficient, and in another term they have asked about the Lx by Ly value. So they have asked the same thing. Moment about the slab they have asked, but in one shift they have asked about the moment factor, in one shift they have asked about the Ly Lx value. You have to understand that in both shift also they are asking the same thing. So if somebody is having their exam in evening shift, so in the morning shift, whatever the students have got the answer, whatever the things they have got, you have to analyze that question. You will get almost the similar things. So always analyze the previous year questions, always analyze the other shift in the exam day itself. That will be very beneficial for you. So here load factor for concrete first, for concrete 1.5, for steel 1.15. So here 1.15, 1.5. First we have to give 1.5, then 1.15. So 1.5 and 1.15 is here. This is also wrong, this is also wrong. So here the correct answer will be, I think, C part. So 95% is the overall student who are giving this answer. Now, this was for 2008. This was now not the directly answer type question. Here some calculation was needed. So here some calculation was needed. That is why it is of 2 marks. So sometimes your equation based question will be asked that are of 2 marks. So you must know all the equations of the load factor. Here the moment due to dead load is given as 50, due to live load is given as 80, and wind load 120 and earthquake load 180 kN meter. Under dead, live, wind and earthquake they have given. And they are asking the design moment under limit state. So under limit state, 3 things you have to calculate. One is 1.5 dead load plus live load. Another is 1.5 dead load plus horizontal load. And the last one is 1.2 dead load plus live load plus horizontal. Whatever is the maximum of these 3, whatever is the maximum, that is your design load. Maximum of all these 3 will be your design load. Maximum of all these 3 you have to calculate. That will be your answer. So I'm creating the poll. Again, A, B, C, D, you can give me the answer, and it was of 2 marks. It was of 2 marks. Quickly give me the answer. Then we will move towards some more questions. Okay, then we will move towards the next question that was asked in 2023. It was also the same type of question. That was also the same type of question, but it is of 2 marks. So now here when we will do 1.5 dead load plus live load, dead load is 80, live load is 120. 120 plus 80, 200. 200 into 1.5, this is 300. Dead load plus horizontal load. Dead load is 80, horizontal load is 180. So 80 plus 180 is equal to 260. 260 into 1.5. 260 into 1.5, that will be how much? I think no, 50. Sorry, 50 is dead load and 80 is 80 plus 50 is 130. 130 plus 1.5 is 195. Dead load plus horizontal load. Dead load is 50, horizontal load is 180. 180 plus 50, 230. 230 into 1.5, 345. And all the 3 loads, dead load 50, live load 80, and horizontal load is maximum of these 2. Maximum of these 2 is the horizontal load. Horizontal load is maximum of wind load and earthquake load. So we will take maximum of these 2 values. So these 2 values, maximum value is 180. So we will take 180 from this. So horizontal load is actually 180. So maximum of these 2 will be the horizontal load. This will be the horizontal load. Maximum of these 2. This will be the dead load. So horizontal load will be 180, not 120. This will be all live load. So horizontal load will be maximum of 120 and 180. So 180 is the horizontal load, 80 is the live load, 260 plus 50, 310. 310 into 1.2, this is 372. This is the maximum value. This is given in D part. So D is the correct answer of this question. I think this is clear. So for this, you must remember all the equations. Here we have not taken one thing, 0.9 dead load plus 1.5 horizontal load. Why we have not taken? Because that is only taken when you are designing against sliding. So if somebody is saying against sliding you are designing, so take 0.9 dead load plus 1.5 horizontal load for against sliding. One more question was of 2 marks, but that was of numerical answer type question. This was the question and this was the beam. The beam was actually having compression at the bottom. The main thing was that the beam was not having compression at the top, it was having compression at the bottom. So everywhere we have seen the compression at the top, then how can we solve this question? There is no issue. We can consider this beam inverted. Suppose if this beam is cantilever, so in cantilever you will have compression at the bottom. So we will consider this inverted. We will consider XU from here. What is the issue from here? There will be no issue here. We will consider XU from here. We will consider the D value from here, from the bottom, because compressive is at the bottom. If the compressive is at the bottom, so we will consider everything from the bottom. XU from also from the bottom. The C value also from the bottom. The T value from the top. And there is no issue in that. Just we will consider inverted. So this thing will be in compression. So all the data is given. What it is asked? Let's see. Singly reinforced beam, N25 concrete, Fe415 steel. Stress block is given. The ultimate moment resistance is asked. Ultimate moment resistance and using your limit state method in kilonewton meter. So what we have to do? Whatever is the parameter they are given, AS, B, D, everything. So we have to just calculate the MU value. So for calculating the MU value, we must know 2 things. What is the formula of XU? What is the formula of XU limb? And then what is the formula of MU? Number 2. XU limb we must know and MU we know. If we know this thing, then we can give the answer. We'll write down XU limb here. So if we know these 2 things, XU limb and then MU, then we will solve this question. So I'm creating the poll. This is the numerical answer type question. Give me the nearest integer. They're asking the round up to 2 decimal places. Okay, give me the answer in round up 2 decimal places. No issue. Give me the answer in the rounded off to the 2 decimal places. So I'm creating the integer type poll and giving you some time. Giving you some time for this because you will be able to solve this question. You will be able to solve this question. You are getting each and everything. Quickly solve this. Okay guys, let's calculate this. So first of all, let us see how to calculate XU. You know this thing, 0.87 into Fy is 415 into AST. Area of steel for 3 number of 20 mm bars will be 3 into pi by 4 into 28 square. Divide by 0.36 into FCK. FCK is I think 25 here. Yes, into B. Width of the beam is given as 300. From here we will get the value of XU. Can anybody tell me what is the value of XU come out to be? What is the value of XU come out to be? If anybody has given the answer, I am ending the poll. Please give me the answer 2 digits after decimal. So give me the answer, I will be ending the poll quickly. So can anybody tell me what is the value of XU come out to be? First, let me end the poll. Okay, now tell me. 247.01, okay. 247.0. So let's take 247 mm. Now what is XU limb? XU limb will be equal to 0.48 into effective depth. The total depth is 600, but effective depth is 45. We have to minus effective depth. So that will be 555. So from here effective depth will be, XU limb will be 0.48 into 555. That will be 288. So now Paul is saying 288 mm. So I think this is under reinforced section. There is no issue. We can use this 247 here. MU will be 0.36 into FCK 25 into B 300 into XU 247 into D minus 0.42 XU. What is D? What is D value? D is 555 minus 0.42 into 247. From here we will get the answer. From here we will get the answer. What is the answer? Somebody is saying 266, somebody is saying 288. Let me check. $266.4. Why you are saying 288? 266.4. So this is 0.36 into 25 into 300 to 247 into 555 minus 0.42 into 247. This is coming out to be 300.96 kilonewton meter. If you are taking 247.1, 247.01 if you are taking, 300.96 is coming. You are taking 247.01. If you're exactly taking now 247.01, then 96 is coming. 247.01 if you are taking. Yes. So 300.96 will be the answer. 247.01. 01. So 300.96 is the correct answer. Okay. That is why I was saying that you should give the answer in integer. You should not give the answer in decimal places, because so 301. If somebody has given answer 301, so they have taken correct. They have taken that correct, because they have taken the answer, I think, from 298 to 302. If anybody has given answer 300 or 301, that is considered correct. Okay, let us do one more question. Like this, how many questions are there? Let us see how many questions like this are there. Let us do one more question from this. Let us do one more question of this. How many questions are there like this? Okay, one question I have got. This question I have got. This is again numerical answer type question, GATE 2018, 2 marks. This was an RCC beam of rectangular cross section has factored shear of 200 kN at its critical section. Its width is 250 and effective depth is 350 mm. Assume design shear strength of 0.62 for concrete only. It is 0.62. Maximum allowable shear stress tau c max in concrete is 2.8. Two-legged 10 mm diameter vertical struts are provided, Fe 250 grade. Then required spacing in centimeter up to the 1 decimal place as per limited state method will be. So this type of question from shear that will be asked. This type of question from shear is expected to ask because in shear only the main calculation is for spacing. In shear, if you will talk about, the main calculation is for spacing of shear. So you don't have to give me the answer in decimal places. I am asking the answer in integer. Give me the spacing in integer, because what will happen if you will give answer in one decimal place, then somebody will do a very small mistake and the answer will be wrong. So give me the answer in integer. Don't give me the answer in one decimal place. Okay, so I will be giving the answer in integer. That is why I am saying. So give me spacing in integer. The data is in front of you. Solve this. I'm again creating the integer type poll and again giving you time. Solve this and give me the answer. You have sufficient time. Don't worry about the time. You have the sufficient time. Okay guys, let's see. Varun Kumar Mandal is asking, sir, can you explain on the three condition tau max, tau v, when we apply which formula? Dear Varun, on Saturday from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. or more than 11 p.m. continuously 7 hours I have taught the theoretical part of reinforced cement concrete in GATE wala 𝐂𝐸𝐧𝐤𝐬 channel. You can see the theoretical part from there because I have requested all the students to join that theoretical class for the full RCC theory and the equations in that continuous 7-hour one shot class. So if you have not joined that, I request you can see that thing from that class because that class was the theory class. This class is the numerical class. Here I cannot give you the theory, but even after being it the numerical class, I am giving you some theory. But I cannot give the complete conditions because I have taught 7 hours there. For the, if I will teach again the same thing, then this will be the repetition of the things. That will not be beneficial of all of the students. So please understand, you can go there. Saturday, this Saturday I have taken just one day before. Okay, so let's solve this. So for the spacing, we have some formula. Spacing should be less than equal to lesser of. Spacing should be equal to less than equal to lesser of these things. What are these things? Let's see. Lesser of 0.87 Fy into ASV upon tau v minus tau c b. Just give me a minute. I have some important mail. I need to reply that. Okay. So lesser of 0.87 Fy into ASV into d divided by SP, d divided by tau v minus tau c into b. And d is not there. This d is not there, only up to this is there. The next formula is 0.87 Fy into ASV upon 0.4 B. This is for minimum reinforcement criteria. The next is 300 mm and next is 0.75 D if the struts are vertical. If the struts are vertical, this is 0.75 D. So all the formula we have to apply. So first let us check what is tau v minus tau c. So the shear force is 200. So let us calculate tau v first. 200 into 10 raised to power 3 upon what is the BD value? BD is 250 to 350. 250 is the width and effective depth is 350. What is the tau v value? Let's check. And let me also end the poll because a lot of time has been done. What is the value of tau v? Let us check. .286 2.286 Newton per mm square. 2.286 Newton per mm square. This is the tau v value. Okay. Next, what is tau c? Tau c is 0.62. So tau v is more than tau c, but lesser than tau c max. So in this, we have to provide the stirrups. We have to design the stirrups. Okay. Now tau v minus tau c is how much? 0.87 into Fy is 250. And stirrups, area of stirrup is two-legged stirrup of 10 mm diameter. Two-legged is there. So 2 into pi by 4 into 10 square upon tau v minus tau cb. Tau v is 2.286 and tau c is 0.62. So 2.286 minus 0.62 into b. What is b? B I think 250. B I think it is 250. Yes. This formula we will not use. Why? Because tau v minus tau c is more than 0.4. If this value is more than 0.4, here it is 0.4. If this value is more than 0.4, this value will come out to be lesser. So this value is itself lesser than this. How we know that here it is 0.4, here it is tau v minus tau c. The remaining thing are same. So tau v minus tau c more than 0.4 coming, then there is no issue to use this. We don't have to use this. This is not used because if this value is coming out to be lesser than 0.4, then this value will be lesser. and you have to use the lesser of all four. So this is automatically more. So you have to take this. This is ignored because tau v minus tau c coming out to be more than 0.4. 300 is 300. 0.75 d will be 0.75 into 350. I think d is 350. Yes. So let us check. This is vertical strap, na? It is not inclined strap. Let me check. Vertical straps, yes. So that is correct. 0.75 d. 262.5. This value will be equal to how much? Let me check. Fe250 is the steel of strap, na? Yes, Fe250. So 0.87 into 250 into 2 into pi into 10 square divided by 4 divided by 2.286 minus 0.62 divided by 250. It is 82 mm. So the answer of this question, I have asked you the numerical answer type question. The answer will be 8.2 centimeter. Your answer will be 8. The nearest integer will be 8. So 8 will be the correct answer of this question. Because the question is asking in centimeter, so we will give 8 as the answer. If you have to give answer in centimeter, if one decimal places, in one decimal places, I will give 8.2. So I have asked in integer, so you have to give simply the answer as 8. Okay, so 82% students have given the correct answer. Very good. So let's see the leaderboard. Ipsita, Nagraj, Manoj, Swarnab, Yasasvi, Yusuf, Ritika, Nitin, Abhishek, Swagatam, Pushpak, Akansha, Subodh. A lot of students are giving the answer. Very good. Now let us move to the next question. Let us do some questions of the column also. So where the column are there? Yes, there is one question of the column. I have seen one question of the column here. Let us do this. Let us do this question. So here it is asking the 2018 2 marks and RCC short column. So now we are concentrating continuously on the 2 marks question, because presently we were concentrating on 1 mark. Now we are concentrating on 2 marks. Short column with lateral ties of rectangular cross section 250 by 300 mm is reinforced with 4 members of 16 mm diameter longitudinal bars. 4 numbers, it is not members, it is numbers actually. It is not members, it is numbers. It should not be members, it should be members. Sorry, it should be numbers, not members. Numbers. Okay. Next, steel and concrete are Aritna, Fe415 and Fe-M20. Neglect eccentricity means you have to take the concentric case. But if it is asking from concentric case, in the next year they will ask from eccentric case. In the next year they will ask from PM interaction curve. So if one case is asked, you have to understand all the cases. So please study all the cases. Considering limited state of collapse in compression, axial load capacity of the column up to 1 decimal place is. Here you can give the answer in 1 decimal place. There is no issue because you can do the approximation. So give me the answer in the nearest to 1 decimal place. So I'm creating the pole. Concentric case you have to take now. No eccentricity, 0 eccentricity. So integer type pole I have started. This is a 2 marks question. And they can ask the question from the column from any case. After this we will do one more question of your pre-stress concrete also. For 2024 questions, I have given the solution directly. 2024 questions, whatever the question from 2024 they have asked, you can take the solution directly. For 2024, you can take the solution directly. I have solved that question directly in the YouTube itself. So all the 2024 questions, GATE 2024, you can see from there. So after that, we will do one pre-stress concrete question. Then we will wind up. First solve this. Then we are also going to do one pre-stress concrete question. And after this class, we are also going to do one more class at 7 p.m. today. So after this class, we are going to do one more class at 7 p.m. today. In that class, we are also going to do a lot of questions. The same type of a lot of questions we are going to do in that class also. Solve this quickly, give me the answer. do this question. At 7 p.m. we are also going to meet. Then we will do a lot of questions there also at 7 p.m. A lot of students are saying 918.1. Let's see. So have you understood how to understand the question, how to analyze the question? If any question of GATE previous year is asking from any concept, we have to cover all of the concepts related to that. So here it is asking from concentric case, but you must know all other cases also. You must know the concentric, eccentric, bending cases. You must know all the cases. And bending, there are two cases: uniaxial bending, biaxial bending. In both bending, you need PM interaction curve. Biaxial bending, in both bending, you need to have PM curve. This question is from concentric case, means eccentricity is 0. Here the eccentricity is minimum in eccentric case, but here this question is of concentric case. In concentric case, what is the equation? Let us see. The equation is PU. So I was here in this session, I was here just to inform you that how you have to analyze the PYQ, because there is no fun of doing all the PYQs because there is no time for that also. And if I have explained you how to solve the PYQs, you can solve the PYQs by yourself. Okay, so the main purpose was how to do the PYQs and how to extract the content, how to extract the data from the PYQ, how to understand the data from PYQ so that you can solve the paper in the next year. Because in the next year, in the GATE 2025 or the 2026, the same questions are not going to be asked, but the similar concepts are going to be asked. If you have solved this question, you are not cracked the GATE. But if you will solve a similar type of questions like that, if you will cover the similar theories, you will definitely crack the upcoming GATE. So please understand what is needed from the PYQs. Just don't mug up the answers, just don't mug up the solution steps. This is not useful. Okay, so analysis I have told. Now I am 100% sure that you are able to analyze all the questions. Likewise, whatever I have told you. So for concentric case, the PU formula is 0.45 FCK into ACC when the eccentricity is considered as 0. 0 means we are neglecting it. That will be concentric case. In concentric case, this will be the formula 0.75 FYASC. Whatever is the grade of concrete or steel, you have to apply the same formula. So 0.45, what is the FCK value? Concrete is 20. 20 into area of concrete is how much? 250 by 300 is the total area. But what is the area of steel? Area of steel, 4 bars of 16 mm. So that we will subtract also. 250 by 300, then we will subtract the area of steel. So 4 bars of 16 mm. Yes. 4 into pi by 4, 16 square, we will subtract also. Plus Fe415 is the steel. So 0.75 into 415. And what is the area of steel? Again 4 into pi by 4 into 16 square. Area of steel. The area of concrete is total area minus area of steel. The area of steel is this. So we will get this value. First we will calculate in Newton, then we will convert it into kilonewton, because in kilonewton it is asking. So 250 into 300 minus pi by 4 into 16 square into 0.45 into 20 plus 0.75 into 415 into pi by 4 into 16 square. So this is coming out to be 918,084 Newton. So we can say 918 into 918.084 into 10 raised to power 3, or we can say kilonewton. 918,084 Newton, we can say it like 918.084 into 10 raised to power 3 Newton. So 918.084 kilonewton. So nearly one digit after decimal, we will call it as 918.1. One digit after decimal, because 0.08 will be 0.1. So 918.1, one digit after decimal is asking now, one digit after decimal place. So that will be 918.1. That will be the answer. So all of the students have given the correct answer. Very good. I think you guys have solved this before also. That is why I was not concerned about the answer. Na? That is why I was not concerned about the answer, because all of you have solved this before. The main concentration is that how you are going to approach the question. So Manoj, Ipsita, Nagraj, and these are the, I think 35, 36 students are giving the answer. So now let us discuss one more question. Then we will continue solving more questions in the 7 p.m. class. But the 7 p.m. class is not in this platform. In this GATE wala English platform, the 7 p.m. class is not there. The 7 p.m. class is at the GATE wala 𝐂𝐸𝐧𝐤𝐬 channel. So that channel is Hindi plus English channel. There I will be teaching everything in English, but discussing you more in Hindi plus English. The combined Hindi plus English will be there. So come there. I will be trying to explain mostly in English. Very less Hindi will be there, but that is English channel, so some Hindi will also be there. So if anybody student want to come there, he is more welcome, because we will continue some more questions there. Here we are only doing the PYQs. There we will do the PYQs, and also we will do some practice questions. So this was the pre-stress concrete question. This question is mostly expected to ask, because in pre-stress concrete they will give you loading, they will give you pre-stressing, they will ask what is the stress, or they will ask what is the moment resistance. So this type of question will be asked definitely. So this is MCQ, 2 marks question was there. Year is written in the next page. A concrete beam pre-stressed with a parabolic tendon is shown in the sketch. The eccentricity of the tendon is measured from the centroid, and the cross section, the applied pre-stressing force is 1620 kN, and this is the pre-stressing force. UDL is 45 kN per meter, includes self-weight. Self-weight is included, don't need to take the self-weight. The cross section is 500 into 750. The beam is simply supported. The length is 7300 mm. It is written all the dimensions are mm. I think it should be written here that all the dimensions are mm. Okay, I will write down. It should be written here. Cross sections, all dimensions are in mm. So everything in mm. This is also 7300 mm. This is mm. This is not dimension. This is loading. So this is kilonewton meter. So all dimension. This dimension, eccentricity mm. This is mm. Everything is in mm. This is actually loading. So this is not dimension. So these things are given. Now what is asked? The thing asked is given in this slide. The stress in Newton per mm square in the bottom fiber at the midspan. So stress at the bottom fiber at the midspan is asked. This is option A. This is option B. It is not written here. This is option C. This is option D. Tensile, compressive, value 2.9 or 4.32. So first of all, let's understand that what is the value will be there. If the value is coming out to be plus, it is compressive. If the value is coming out to be minus, it is tensile. Now what is sigma top and sigma bottom? What is sigma top and sigma bottom? Sigma top or bottom, in such cases, sigma top or bottom is equal to P by A. What is the load? That is P by A. P by A minus plus P into E by Z plus minus M by Z. Now what does it mean by minus plus and what does it mean by plus minus? If you are calculating for the top, then you take the top one, minus and plus. If you are calculating for the bottom, you take the bottom one, plus and here minus. For the bottom, here plus, here minus. For the top, here minus, here plus. So this is the formula. P by A minus plus. For the top, PE by Z is minus and M by Z is plus. For the bottom, PE by Z is plus and M by Z is minus. So you have to calculate where? Top or bottom? At the bottom fiber. So for the bottom, it is plus here and it is minus here. To solve this, Z is section modulus. If you don't know Z, area is B into D and Z is section modulus. So at the bottom, the section modulus will be BD square by 6. Section modulus is different for different distance. For the bottom, it is different. For this line, it is different. For this line, it is different. So for different fibers, section modulus is different. So here for the bottom fiber, it is BD square by 6. So Z you will put, A you will put, get the answer. Sigma bottom you have to concentrate. So solve this. Solve sigma bottom for me, then I will move towards the next page. First solve this and just see the options. Just write down the options. A is minus 2.9, B is plus 2.9, C is minus 4.32 and D is plus 4.32. In RCC, we will take compression as positive, tension as negative. Always remember. So this is minus 2.9, this is plus 2.9, this is minus 4.32, this is plus. I will also write down this thing in this page also. So I am here writing down. Sigma B is equal to minus 2.9 is your A part, plus 2.9 is your B part, minus 4.32 is your C part, and plus 4.32 is your D part. Okay, These are your options. Let me also check if I have written correct. Minus 2.9 plus 2.9 minus 4.32 plus 4.32. Yes. Okay, so now I'm creating the poll. A, B, C, D, you have to give the answer. You have sufficient time. I will start the timeless poll. You have sufficient time. Whatever is the answer, you can give the answer. Don't see the answer from the books, because you will not crack GATE if you have seen the answer and you are giving the answer quickly. No, you will not crack GATE. If you are solving by your own, then you are giving the answer. So be honest. Otherwise God is watching, and you will not be able to crack the GATE if you are doing the dishonesty here, because that will be paid off in the GATE exam, and that will be paid off only by you. So don't do the dishonesty. Just solve this and then give the answer. Okay guys, let all this. Okay, sorry for the disturbance. So let's see what this question will solve. So let me first stop the poll because all of you have given the answer. So this is a very simple thing. We have to calculate the sigma bottom. So how we will calculate sigma bottom? Sigma B will be equal to P by A plus PE by Z minus moment M divided by Z. So sigma B will be, P is how much? I think 1620 kilonewton. So 1620 into 10 raised to power 3, it will be Newton, because we have to calculate the answer in Newton per mm square. Upon area, area is how much? Area is given as 500 by 750. So 500 into 750. Now let's take these PE and M common. So plus PE minus M. So P is 1620 into 10 raised to power 3 minus M, because Z is divided by both values. So minus M. M will be how much? 45 kilonewton meter is the load. So in Newton mm it will be 45 into in Newton mm it will be 45 into 10 raised to power 6, no? It will be kilonewton per meter, not kilonewton meter. It should be kilonewton per meter. This is written wrong. Here let us see, yes, 55 kilonewton per meter. So let us calculate it in kilonewton meter. So 45 into 7.3 meter is the span by WL square by 8. So WL square by 8 is the moment in kilonewton meter, because 45 kilonewton per meter is the UDL and length is 7.3 meter. It is 7300 mm, 7.3 meter. So this will be in kilonewton meter. Into 10 raised to power 6, it will be in mm, Newton mm. So first we have calculated moment in kilonewton meter, then we have converted into in Newton mm. So 45 into 7.3, let us write down here. 45 into 7.3 square divided by 8 into 10 raised to power 6. That will be the moment in Newton mm. 10 raised to power 6, that will be Newton mm. Divided by Z. Z will be 500 into 750 square divided by 6. So now the main thing is that just we have to calculate this. Sigma B, let's first calculate the first term first, then second term. So first term is 1620 divided by 500 into 750 into 1000, 4.32. This is plus 4.32. Now I think this will be, let's check what is this value. This is coming out to be minus 6.36. So let us check what is the value coming out to be. I think that is not correct. Let me again check. I have done something wrong. Okay, I have not multiplied with the eccentricity. Okay, P into E I have not done. E is 145, that I have not done. So we have to multiply by eccentricity also. So 1620 into 10 raised to power 3 into 145. That thing I have not done. Minus 1.38. So let us write down this 2.94. It is coming out to be plus 2.94 Newton per mm square. So plus means it is compressive. The value is clear, and plus means it is compressive. So at the bottom the stress will be compressive. So stress will be compressive 2.9. B part will be the correct answer. The correct answer of this question is B part. Now let's see the final poll. What is the leaderboard final? So Manoj, Ipsita, Nagraj is top 3. Then 4 is Swarnab Paul, 5 is Asashri, 6 is Yusuf, 7 is Abhishek Dogra, 8 is Ritika, 9 is Swagatam, 10 is Akanksha, and then from 11 to Nitin to Vasu, there are 11 to 36. This is the leaderboard of today's class. Yes, E was remained, so I have put that E. So the next class will be at 7 p.m. but that will be at separate platform. I have told you, GATE wala 𝐂𝐤𝐴𝐸 channel. That will be the Hinglish class. I will be teaching everything in English. Every content will be in English, but I will be talking with you in mixed language, in English and Hindi. That will be the mixed language. Okay, so don't worry about that. I will be talking mainly in English. Sometimes some Hindi words I will also use. So if any English student want to come, he can also come. In Telegram, you can join my group if you have not joined yet. 𝐂𝐨𝐻 Sir PW is my Telegram group name. So if you want the guidance, if you want more guidance, how to prepare, and if you are facing any difficulty, if you are facing anything, if you want to ask me, you can ask by searching by my name, 𝐂𝐨𝐻 Sir PW, �SHOBHIT SIRPW. That is the group name. And 𝐂𝐵IT has 2 H. After S there is 1 H. After B there is 1 H. And you can join by this name, 𝐂𝐵IT Sir PW. And please note down the spelling of my name very carefully, and Sir PW. Without any space you have to type. This is all thing about this session. Now we will meet at 7 p.m. also. If you guys having any issue, if you guys having any doubt or anything like that, you can write now, ask with me. I'm here for next 2 minutes, and after 2 minutes I will be ending the class. And if you guys want to join again the 7 p.m. class, you can come at the 7 p.m. You are always welcome. And I will be giving you the similar questions of PYQ in that Maha Abhyas session. That is Maha Abhyas session. GATE wala MECE channel at 7 p.m. Same subject RCC. And next Saturday, all of the students, please understand, next Saturday at 4 p.m. next Saturday, I will be starting the next subject at GATE wala MECE channel. One shot we will be covering the whole subject. I think that is FM on the next Saturday. So Saturday from 4 p.m. every Saturday from 4 p.m. we are doing the theory of the subject in GATE wala MECE channel. I'm again informing you, every Saturday in the January month, in the whole January month, every Saturday I will be with you doing the whole complete theory of one subject every Saturday 4 p.m. The channel is GATE wala MECE. And on every Monday, yes, OCF I will also cover. Every Saturday I will cover the theoretical part of every subject every Saturday 4 p.m. or sometimes 7 p.m. For engineering mechanics it is 7 p.m. I think next week in engineering mechanics, so it is 7 p.m. For OCF it is 7 p.m. For RCC it is 4 p.m. For FM it is 4 p.m. So for a small subject it is 7 p.m. Saturday. For big subject it is 4 p.m. Saturday. The channel is GATE wala MECE. And every Monday at 2 p.m. I will be giving you the PYQ session every Monday 2 p.m. in this channel GATE wala English. And every Monday 7 p.m. in this whole January, every Monday 7 p.m. I will be covering your Maha Abhyas session on the again GATE wala MECE channel. So Saturday 4 p.m. GATE wala MECE, Monday 7 p.m. GATE wala MECE, and Monday 2 p.m. GATE wala English channel. This is the whole schedule of the whole January month, Monday and Saturday. Okay, so that's all for now. I think each and everyone has got the answers, and I'm not observing any doubts here. So I think we will meet at 7 p.m. after 2 hours. You can have your foods, you can have your water break, whatever the break you want to take, you can have those things, and just let's meet at 7 p.m. And again, we will be covering a lot of questions next 3 hours, like 15, 16, 17 questions. Various varieties we will do. Okay. Transverse reinforcement to different dia of bigger. That depends. If you are calculating the spacing, then you have to take the smaller dia. If you are calculating the thickness of the bar, then you have to take the maximum dia. Like in columns, if you want to calculate the diameter of the stirrup bars, then you have to take the maximum dia of main bar. If you want to calculate the spacing of stirrups, then you have to take the minimum 16 times minimum dia of the main bar. Okay, so that depends what you are going to calculate. Sometimes we will take a smaller, sometimes we will take bigger. For spacing calculations, you will take only the smaller one. And for the thickness calculations and for every other calculation, you will take generally the bigger one. So that depends on the value which you are going to calculate. Okay. Yes, in spacing you will take the smaller. Yes. It is the good time to start any subject? No, that is a very bad time to start any subject if you are preparing for GATE 2025. Don't prepare for any new subject. Just see the if any new subject you have not studied, just see the equations of those subjects only. Don't study the whole subject right now. If you are preparing for 2025 GATE, if you are for 2026 you are preparing, then you can see. If you have skipped any subject, I am again saying just see the equations of the whatever the questions have been asked in the previous year GATE. Just see the equations of those. Just see whatever the equations have been applied. Just solve the PYQs only. If you have skipped the subject, just solve the PYQs. Just see whatever the equations are applicable. Okay. In OCF, same. Whatever you have not studied, you should not start right now. Just see the whatever the equations are applicable and what are the previous year questions. Just solve those questions. If you are facing any problem in theory, just read those theories. Because there, suppose in open channel, for there are 30 to 40 types of questions that I usually give you in your class, in your full course. But in GATE, they are not asking from that 30 to 40 theories. GATE is continuously asking from 10, 12 or 15 theories maximum. To solve the PYQs, whatever the theory is implemented in those PYQs, study only those PYQs. You only have that much time. Once you have so many questions, you have to do this. Otherwise, there is also one way. If you don't want to study that subject, just one way. GATE clearam bhavati. GATE clearam bhavati. Remember this formula. GATE clearam bhavati. So in that subject, you have to just mug up that formula. GATE clearam bhavati. GATE clearam bhavati. That question, subject question will be solved itself. That is the one more way to do that. I'm telling you that you have to solve the question. This is the best way. You are saying so many questions, so don't do that. Just believe on your luck. Okay, just believe on your luck. Maybe that subject question will not be asked in your GATE. That is your luck. Suppose you have skipped some subject and the same subject is not having any question in GATE. That is your luck. But it is a saying. It is a saying. Whatever you will leave, the maximum number of questions will be from that subject. It is a saying. Always happens this to everyone. This also happened to you in your semesters. Whatever you have left for the semesters in the semester exam, the same has been asked maximum. So you should not leave anything. Just do the PYQs, revise the concept, whatever was there in PYQ if you have not done that. Okay. So keep moving, keep growing. If you are sitting idle, you will not get your dreams. So बढ़ते रहें आगे, चलते रहें आगे, बैठे बैठे मंजिल हासिल नहीं होती है, चलना पड़ता है मंजिल को पाने के लिए. So keep moving to get your goal done, to achieve your goal, and don't sit idle. So this is my learnings in life, and this learning I also want to pass on you. Let's meet at 7 PM class in the different channel platform, GATE wala, MEC, XZ. Bye bye, take care till then. Thank you. Jai Hind.